Hello everyone, this is Long Live Rome here. I'm wearing my tunic and I'm going to show you the wear and weapons of a Roman legionnaire early and later. First is the tunic. Then comes the back armor of leather, which I will put on here. Next comes the front layer of the armor, or at least the outer armor, which in this case would be leather, but instead it's a costume. And it has the emblem and the arms and everything. And now I'm going to show you how to put on the outer gloves. And lastly, I'm going to put on my gloves, which is basically just the inside of a glove ripped out. You can easily make these out of anything. This costume, or this Roman legionary outfit, is made out of an old knight costume and an old pirate costume. And the tunic is made from a couple t-shirts sewn together. And I will meet you out. Sorry, I said I would meet you guys outside, but lastly, I gotta put on my Roman sandals, which I made from the bottom of a tennis shoes, and then got 4 laces and poked holes into the bottom of them, and then put them in and out into a certain pattern to where they fit my foot. Now I'll meet you. Long Live Rome here, and here we are outside. My glove came undone. Well, now I'm going to show you the armors and weapons of the legionary cohort. First, let me get my Lorica Segmentatatus, which is the Roman armor. This is not the Lorica Segmentatatus, but it is a replacement for it until I can get some real ones. You put it on your neck, then you tie it from the back. Not very. Segmentatatus is usually flexible, but that's just a bunch of wood, so it's not very flexible. Here is the early legionary cohort. You get the gladius and the helmet. Later legionary, though, was in the later years inside the 3rd and 4th century, when Rome became poor and could not afford as wealthy and good soldiers as they were at one time. As you can see, they kept the helmet, but they replaced it with a smaller dome shield. And they replaced the pilum, which I don't have, with the spear, and the short sword gladius with the long sword. Inside the early years, Rome was willing to fight and killing everything in their path. But then later on, when they became poor and became more defenseless, they got a long sword and spear saying, "Get away." As you can see, they became defenseless and soon enough died. Then they became poor and turned into sad people. But they had a good run, and I hope you enjoy this video. See you next. Before I end this video, actually, I'm going to show you some more weapons used by the barbarians and others. This is a phalanx, or it's a golf club, but I used it as a phalanx, which was a very powerful, respected weapon, which is two-handed, had a giant tip, sharp thing on the side, and it was basically a sight, and it would rip through Roman armor like tinfoil. It was a very powerful and respected weapon by the barbarians. Next, we have the longbow, which people say wasn't invented until the British came up with it inside of the 13th century, but they had longbows back then too, I believe. The Greeks, I believe, had giant bows the size of a man, and the Dacians also had bows, I believe. And next, we have this, a piece of wood that I shaped to look like a falcata, which is a weapon that's weighed so that way it hits like an axe, but is as flexible as a sword. Lastly, we have a not really a weapon, but a symbol to the Roman army. Usually it was an eagle, but I put a Cairo. This is a Vexium. It's basically a flag that looks like a sail, has a tip on the and a symbol. The Romans believed that their gods would protect them, so they need to carry the word of their god out to the battlefield. It's supposed to be twice the size, because I can't really take it inside, or it needs to be inside. I made it smaller than that, and as you can see, it's blue with the white background, and at the bottom is bamboo. And what I do is I stick it in the ground and then tie different ropes to it. It's that way it sticks. But a few days ago, I had to take it down and then glue it back. That's just temporary, but I'm going to fix it. For now, bye, and watch more videos. And tell me, what would you rather see? Halo videos or Rome Total War videos? Message me. Bye.